Welcome everyone to Fanboy Frenzy as we bring you more live Destiny action with fellow Guardians. And now we're going into round 2 of our first Prison of Elders playthrough after the April update. So we were talking a little bit the last video about the update, just how much we liked it. I do think that this will help bring some of the players back to Destiny that have kind of taken a time off from playing the game. Because I think there's a lot of players I know personally there's like, dude, it's just too much of a time suck. Or maybe they had done some raids and they kind of got the best gear at that time and they just felt like there really wasn't an incentive to continue to play. You'll see right here starting off at this particular stage, it's very easy. As soon as you come out the door, you turn left, you're going to run into the first corridor here. There'll be some enemies that show up there, and then the next corridor, you'll also see them show up as well. Generally like to throw a mine in between the two of these doors just to try to slow you up, but I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. If you're fighting the Taken, it's a little bit different than if you're fighting just your regular enemies, such as the VEX here, but it's still the same system. Now in here you'll see I'm just basically destroying these guys. I mean, this really isn't much of a challenge. Man, I tell you what, I love the sword. I just want to stop and say that for a minute. That sword is off the chain. The minute I first started playing with that, I was like, man, this is badass. I got to get me one of them. And I tell you what, I've used it ever since. I just recently stopped using it because I unlocked the, was it the Dark Fang or something like that? The 320 level. I'm sorry, 330 level sword. No, I take that back. It's 320. Because my exotic sword's 310. I remember it's a little higher than that. But anyway, you'll see here, same kind of system, same rules apply. But we were talking about the update. Yeah, so the thing about it that I think is really awesome is the fact that they finally learned that they're supposed to be giving you the ability that if you're, not the ability, but the luck, if you will, that if you do have an engram, that you ensure that you're supposed to get something that of equal or higher value. I, for one, haven't seen that. I mean, I've got a lot of, I'm right now, I think at this point in the game, I was probably somewhere in the vein of maybe a 307 or something like that. And I was getting gear that was decoding at 278, 289, maybe at 294 or something like that. So, I mean, it's obviously not something that you have to, or that you're guaranteed to get. I think with Destiny, that is something kind of bothers me a little bit, is that they really don't reward your skill as much as it's just luck. I mean, now granted, my favorite game, as I've mentioned time and time again on my podcasts and on various videos, is definitely Borderlands 2. And I know all about the idea of luck because I farmed for hours and hours and hours just to get legendary loot. Infinity Pistol, for example, I probably killed Doc Mercy at least 1,000 times, and I bullshit you not when I tell you this. I fought him at least 1,000 times on the Xbox 360 version before I finally got it. Ironically enough, speaking of luck, when I did my very first PlayStation 3 playthrough, I got it at level 6 or 7 when I fought him the first time. I about lost my stuff, but anyway, back to Destiny. You'll see here I'm going through the you gotta destroy the mines. Speaking of the devil, while we're talking about this, we got another minute or so before this is over. I, for one, in terms of the way that the game plays out, how do you feel, Guardians? How do you feel about the objectives in here? Because right now, you have 3 objectives that is possible to come up while you're doing Prison of Elders. You can either dismantle mines, you can destroy the mines, or you can destroy the target. I've never seen more than those 3. I'm sure that is all because I've played these things so freaking much. There's no freaking way that there's anything else out there I haven't already done. If there is, please comment and let me know because I've never seen it. But what are some other ideas you think that they could incorporate? Maybe throw another update in here or something else we could do. I like to see them do something such as, I know in Venus every now and then there'll be a patrol mission where you have to protect a certain area from a VEX invasion. I like to see something like that in there where it's almost like Call of Duty Black Ops in the sense of you have to control and protect a certain area, all the while getting, making sure you're ammoed up, making sure you're taking guys out and protecting yourself. Maybe that's something you guys would like to see as well. With that being said, everybody, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more content coming out. Get ready for round 3 here very, very soon. I'll see you on the battlefield.